Morning, Trainiacs. Getting the back ready for, what's that board say? A 2,600 meter swim. First time I've swam over 2,000 meters since before Worlds. So now I know that most of you have wrapped up your season by now, but some of you are still going. And I know that there's a lot of you out there that are thinking you've gotta draft, you have to draft in the swim. Today I'm gonna explain how to draft, who shouldn't draft, why you should draft, why you shouldn't draft, and maybe a better option to drafting. So drafting is like swimming right in behind somebody. Get into that. Ooh, 2,650 meters in 53 minutes, 48 seconds. Average pace of 146. Not bad. I'll take it. All right, let me draw out some drafting stuff. Not like drafting, like drafting plans, but how you can plan to draft in the swim, not house plans. I didn't plan that out very well. All right, so sighting or choosing not to sight is probably one of the most important skills and decisions you can make as far as your time goes that isn't the actual technique of swimming, like your choice of how to approach the swim with regards to sighting. One of the biggest strategy issues you've got to decide on, and I'm going to tell you why here. So there are really three main options that you can choose for whether or not you sight and how you do it. You are directly in behind somebody and you're following them. That's number one. Number two is you are basically right on their hip. The third option is staying out here as a big man because they are strong, independent triathlete. They don't need nobody to draft off of. So those are your three options for drafting. Now, let me tell you sort of in order what are theoretically the best places to do it. And I'm going to have to credit Mambo Jerry Rodriguez, the head coach of Tower 26, for all of this. He's the one that's done the research. He's the one that I've learned from on this, and he's the one that actually knows the actual stats. So I'm going to give you kind of ballpark numbers. If you want the actual numbers, go listen to the Tower 26 podcast and sign up for the Tower 26 swim program. So in behind, while you're drafting somebody in behind in the swim, yes, you do save a certain amount of effort. And I want to think that number that Jerry has worked out is somewhere around 8% of the effort. The next option is on the hip, and you might think, oh, well, that's probably not as good. Well, I think that number is more like 13% on the hip. So that is even better. Now over here, this person that's by themselves, obviously 0%. So you might be thinking, all right, well, I'm going to be this person right here and save myself 13%, and I'm just going to stick on this person's hip and not really think about it. Well, that's not a great strategy for probably about 90% of age groupers out there. If you are swimming slower than I would say a 32 minute half Ironman, which would equate to somewhere around a 105, 107 full Ironman, you're almost better off to trust yourself and be this person over here. So this here is the average age grouper that's swimming in open water. And let's say they are trying to sight and see a certain tree or a buoy or the finish chute, something like that. Well, the average pro sights somewhere around once every 6 strokes. The average age grouper is more like sighting once every 28 strokes. Now, in addition to that, the average pro is also taking more arm strokes, somewhere around 80 to 90 arm strokes a minute. The average age grouper is taking somewhere around, I think it's like 55 to 65 strokes a minute. So when we're looking at the average age grouper, they are sighting maybe 2 times per minute. And the average pro is going to be sighting, call it somewhere around 14 times per minute. Who do you think is going to swim straighter? Who do you think is going to then swim faster because they're swimming the true course? It's going to obviously be the pro. Now, you don't have to swim at a rate of 80 to 90 strokes a minute, but this sighting once every 6 strokes is something that you absolutely need to do, because as an age grouper who rarely spends a lot of time in the water and doesn't have a lot of familiarity with navigating open water, with sighting, you are almost always, as an age grouper who is untrained, swimming off course, and you're going to be going like this. So even if you are swimming on the hip and you're saving that 13%, if this person is just constantly going that way and that way and that way and that way, A, the course is going to be longer, and B, you're going to be going across a whole bunch of current that is going that way, and it's going to create drag because everyone's swimming that way and you're going to have drag. So that 13%, that perfect theoretical 13%, almost ends up getting wiped out. Now, here's what you should do. If you want to make sure that you are always going to be okay and you don't have to worry about, well, this guy's feet are not going in the right place, this guy's feet might be going in the right place, this guy's kind of faster, this guy's kind of slower, oh, this person seated themselves way too high up, now I've got to swim over them and I'm slowing myself down. For the vast majority of triathletes, your best bet, because you know that you can get a consistent result, is to swim by yourself and learn how to sight. And how you do that, it's not complicated stuff. You just build a lot of sighting into your pool swimming program and you get comfortable with sighting. Then you go out and before your race, you do anywhere between 5 and 10 open water swim workouts. You get used to finding sight lines on shore. You swim at them, and by the time you get to a race, doesn't matter whose feet you're on, you just swim your race at your pace, doing your sighting that you're going to be comfortable with, and you have an awesome race. Leave everyone else zigzagging in behind you. So there you go, Trainiacs. Thank you, Mambo Jerry Rodriguez, head coach of Tower 26, for doing this work and making me a faster swimmer. I'm sure everyone else will benefit from it. Check out Tower 26, and if you aren't already subscribed, hit the subscribe button below. And if you are subscribed, oh, it's the end of the day. It's Friday. You are like an end of the day Friday fizzy water. Later, Trainiacs.